Hey, welcome. This is Greg, and I want to thank you for stopping by and watching this video. If you're here to find out about the three main business models of a digital nomad or even a lifestyle entrepreneur, then you're in the right spot. Because basically, the ultimate goal is freedom and flexibility. And so I did some research and wanted to find out which one would make most sense for me as I'm kind of transitioning over into that lifestyle. So what I found, though, is there's one that specifically jumped out at me that makes the most sense for almost every scenario. So I want to share that with you in just a minute. All right, so being a digital nomad or a lifestyle entrepreneur, what is that really about? That's really about flexibility. And aren't we all looking for flexibility and freedom and having a lifestyle that we enjoy and love without having to worry about money? Well, so I did some research on why becoming a digital nomad seems to be becoming so popular. And what I found is that there's three primary models. The first one is being a remote employee of an organization. The second one is being a freelancer working project to project, something like web design or coding. And the third is the entrepreneurial model, which is really about taking your passion, taking your expertise, and creating products and maybe digital real estate that helps address some of the problems in that particular niche. And that really jumped out at me. And here's why. Because the first two models, the remote and the freelance models, really have some shortcomings. And the shortcomings are, you basically are stuck to your computer. So, so it doesn't matter if you're in the United States somewhere or internationally in some beautiful location in, say, Thailand or Bali, you're still stuck to your computer. And the second thing is you absolutely need stable and reliable internet. And that really limits some of the places that you can go to and some of the amazing sights and sounds and the cultures you can discover. And what I found is that the entrepreneurial model did not limit that. And so listen, this video is for, not necessarily somebody that wants to become a digital nomad or a lifestyle entrepreneur. This is about somebody that wants to establish themselves with their freedom, with their lifestyle, come and go when they please. Although I must say, it's not all rainbows and puppies. All the stress is on you when you're an entrepreneur. But what I can tell you, and I created based around, so I created a business around my expertise. And so I mentioned to you earlier that I was a business consultant, or maybe I didn't, but now I am. I'm a business consultant, and I traveled internationally to the Philippines, to Malaysia, to Brazil, India. And basically what I did is I helped companies become more efficient. And primarily in the BPO, or if they had a contact center as part of their business, I would help with re-engineering workflows or identifying areas of opportunity and streamline the workflows that allowed a greater customer experience for a reduced cost, if you know what I mean. Not too long ago, I got my credentials for a Lean Six Sigma black belt, and I use that in my daily business. But in 2015, I came back from a very long project in São Paulo, Brazil, and realized, I really needed to start creating something around my expertise, something that I can create leverage. And leverage is key, and that's also part of the entrepreneurial model. So what leverage is, basically, and this really helps understanding leverage, is you create something and you can sell it over and over again. You can leverage that multiple times. What you do with the remote and the freelancing model is you are still trading time for money. And you're not going to get rich that way, and you're not going to create freedom that way. How you create freedom is through leverage. And through leverage, and how do you establish leverage? You identify a problem in your market. So for instance, one of the challenges in the contact center from a leadership perspective is employee engagement. I have statistics out, all through the power of employee engagement. And so I created a couple products that help increase employee engagement on your call floor, in your back office, whatever in your operations. And so I identified a problem, I created a solution, and I sell to my market. So if you're interested, just as an example, so like this is not a money-making niche. This is what my expertise is in. So I actually have a link down in the description, and I'll clearly define it, but you can go check it out. It's a website that I put up that I offer valuable content, and I sell products on that. And those products are leverage. I may have to go in and update them once every 6 months or once a year, but I can keep selling those and marketing those products to my niche market, my target market, and make money and create freedom for myself. So anyway, this video, if you are interested in creating freedom for yourself and getting into business yourself, that to me is the way to go. Now, if you're gonna transition from the remote or freelance, I guess the pinnacle of being in business for yourself is to make that transformation from a remote or a freelancing model to the entrepreneurial model. Anyway, building products around your passion is, to me, a smart way to go. And it doesn't happen overnight, and you're not gonna create a product and Shazam, you're ready to walk away from the 9 to 5. It's just, I guess it's happened for some people, but it didn't happen for me, to be honest with you. I worked at it. I had to work at it and build momentum. But I go to places now, like for instance, I love to travel, and I love to travel internationally. You may not. You may just want to sleep late, get your day started when you feel like getting it started. You may want to travel around the United States. I don't know what your goals are, but you don't have to be stuck in a goal where you're being told what to do, when you can do it, and who you can do it with, right? So for me, I like to travel. So the places I go to, I really like to go to. What my favorite thing to do is go to some secluded islands in the Philippines, and oftentimes, almost 99% of the time, there's no internet. So what I've done is I've set up my funnel, my system that drives traffic, presents them, adds them to an autoresponder, and then they become part of a series, and they get a series of emails from me, specific to their niche, and ultimately I convert a good portion of those to sales, and that finances my fund, and that allows me to travel from here to there, anywhere. And to me, that's I'm not at the pinnacle where I want to be, where I completely don't do any consultant work, which I still do. Especially if somebody comes to me and says, listen, I want to send you to Thailand to go re-engineer a business there. Oh, who's going to turn that down? But if you want to create a long-term solution for yourself, go with the entrepreneurial model. It's a way to go. And the beautiful part about it is you don't have to be a digital nomad. You don't have to rough it, stay in subpar places. I mean, quite frankly, I like to stay in nice hotels, or when I'm making the transition or flying out. I like to stay in nice accommodations, eat good food, as you can tell. I don't think you should sacrifice that. So if you want to do that, great. If you want to live out of a backpack, great. You can, your overall nut is going to be less if your requirements are lower. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Oh, and by the way, if you're interested in learning how to develop your own product and build a system to get that sold, I have a link also below that will take you to an opt-in form. But if you opt in, I'll give you it's a 15 video process product that shows you from A to Z how to build your product, the different types of products you can build, the tools that you could use. It's pretty awesome. But if you go ahead and opt in, I'm going to send you the first lesson for free. So I think it's, I don't know, 24 to 26 minutes long. But you can get a good gauge of, just find out if you think you can do it. And then see if that's maybe something that you want to pursue. So anyway, check it out below. Hopefully we see you over on the inside and that. If not, you have an awesome day, night, wherever you're watching this from. And I hope you enjoyed it. I love coming out here and doing my videos out here. It's just beautiful. Let me just show you this. It's a little sunny. We've had rain for so much, but this creek takes you out to, that creek right out there, and that takes you to the Intercoastal Waterway. We've got a couple slips here for some boats. Everybody's out and about, but as you can see, it's not a bad place. Not a bad place to live. Anyway, so hopefully you enjoyed this video and you got some value out of it. That was my goal. Anyway, talk to you soon. Bye.